are back with Jurassic World Evolution 2. Now, where is the edge? Okay, it's right here. So today...
Hold up, what are we doing?
Oh yeah, today we are doing a tutorial. Now, some of you guys are probably asking, Max, we want a tutorial. Well, today, here it is. So, this is the basic buildings we are going to need.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go. Operations. So, for people to obviously enter your park, we need an arrival point. Now, I tend to put my arrival points like by the edge, but like you can put it anywhere.
Yeah.
Like this is square levels with high cash research on. So yeah.
Just to demonstrate it all.
Yeah.
You can, if you're playing on the Jurassic Park, the original Isla Nublar map, you can do the classic arrival point right by the waterfall, which looks really cool.
Yeah, it automatically sets it like that. So we're going to place down our arrival point, and now we've got to wait for it to construct. It will be in 20 seconds.
But while we wait for that, we can start to perhaps get the other bits together that we need. We need roads, don't we?
Yeah. So, what you can do, we've got all these things. Now, you don't have to do a visitor centre, but they are like, come on, you can't say this is not like amazing for like a park tour or anything that we might do like later. Okay, so let's just I do my path like this. Well, just do it like this for now, and then if you want to join them, like you do it like how I just did it. So you I don't really know how to explain it.
Basically, you're making the path much wider than it actually is to allow more space for your guests to arrive.
Yeah. So these are our essentials. We will need a control centre. Now, I'm going with Jurassic World things, so you've also got the, this is the Biosyn one, so, but let's just do the Jurassic World Control Centre. I try to put my buildings just around right next to the arrival point, just to save them space.
Yes.
Yeah, if you've watched our
series building our own Jurassic Park or Jurassic World.
Yeah, you should know that where I like to place these. Now, science centres. We've got a few options. This is the Jurassic World one, yeah. Jurassic World, and then there's the Jurassic Park. There is the Biosyn and another one but we're going with Jurassic World. If you want to do Biosyn,
Biosyn's DLC, isn't
it? Biosyn's DLC. So if you guys haven't got the DLC, haven't got the Biosyn Dominion expansion pack, you have to get it. So we're connecting these up using our paths.
The key thing about your science centre, the reason you absolutely have to have one, is it allows you to do all the research that you'll need. No science centre, no scientists employed, no research, no dinosaurs, no new rides, no anything really.
Yeah, no anything. So you got to have your science centre.
What you building there, Max?
So what I just built there is our expedition centre, and as you can probably see, there is no power source.
Yeah, so before we move on, the expedition centre is another essential component, because without it you can't send teams out to look for fossils to get the DNA you need to build your dinosaurs.
Yep, you need dino DNA to get some dinos.
You do, you need that sweet dino DNA.
So what I just built there is a response facility. Now, response facilities are absolutely crucial for your dinosaurs' welfare, because what would happen if you didn't have a response facility is that you wouldn't be able to check on your dinosaurs, and no dinosaur checks means everything just... Dinos are really dinos, you don't know how they are, and then they get out, and eat
Yeah,
everybody.
the response facility sends out the little jeeps that go to the paddocks and check on your dinosaurs' well-being. It also has the all-important capture team helicopter, so if your dinosaurs get out of their enclosures, or even if you just need to move them, you can send a helicopter out to tranquilise them. Now what Max is doing here is hiring some scientists, and you'll see that these scientists have 3 sets of skills. So if you've got logistics, genetics and welfare, and you're going to want a good mix of scientists with different levels of skill in these 3 areas to start off with, because you'll need all of them to research the things you need to run your park.
Yeah, so Helen Gill. Now she has a cost per minute. That's how much the game automatically pays them each minute of 7,700.
I wish I earned that much.
And to buy her, you have to pay 154,000. So it's a bit pricey, but we're starting with 32 million. So yeah, let's confirm her.
Yeah.
Okay. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to research, and I'm going to power so we can get them. Sorry, I just realised you need 5 in logistics. So let's.
Yeah.
Holy moly, she's got a high logistics stat, but she's very pricey.
You've got the money. She's $500,000 to hire. You've got 31 million.
Okay, yeah, let's get her. Let's get her. I've paid more money on scientists than anything else right now. So research.
Well, Max, that's good, because the original Jurassic Park failed because the scientist wasn't being paid enough. So he looked for income elsewhere and got up to no good, didn't he? So you want to keep your scientists happy. You want to pay them well.
Yeah. So right here, this is an what's it called?
This is the research
yeah.
screen. Yeah.
So we've got your species of dinos, which we will come to in a later episode. But right now we want to focus on structures. So let's go to power.
Now, you always start with the basic power research thing complete, which is the pack-up generator, which you are going to have to build because you can't do the research until your science centre's got power. So backup generators, you can run the entire park off them, but it becomes really frustrating because they run out of fuel every few minutes, and then you have to spend more money to power them up again. What we're going to look here to do is to get a proper power plant infrastructure.
Right, so let's click this button here and Shen.
So you'll see down the bottom right there,
Yeah.
you need at least 5 in logistics to do this. So that can be from 1 scientist. You can at the start do up to 3 on a thing. But for us, Max is actually going to do just Shen, I think, aren't you? Yeah.
Yeah, she's won over. So, let's get that researching.
And then we can get our power plant. And so it's worth doing all of these bits right at the start so that you've got a good base to build from when you start adding the exciting stuff like dinosaurs and rides.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I just do absolutely loads of power stations. So I'm not connecting them with wires yet, and I'm not doing paths yet, just to save a bit of time. So what I am doing is I'm placing all of these guys down.
For most campaign and chaos theory levels, you're going to want to just build 1 power plant to start off with. But because we've got a nice high starting income here, or starting bank balance, and this park's going to be big, we're going to put a few down to start with, but it's not really necessary to do more than 1 to start you off with.
Yeah, unless you're going really ambitious, slap bang off the start. So.
And then what Max is doing here is connecting up the pylons. But you have to find space for your pylons. That's the one tricky thing with doing the power this way. And as you can see, it doesn't let you build them right on top of other things.
Yeah, so what we might have to do is we'll put it here, and maybe.
Oh, this is a small substation that we're placing here, so that will then have an area, this yellow bubble of power radiating out from it, and that shows you where the power is coming from. But none of these buildings function without roads.
Yeah,
So
paths.
you need paths to connect them. Even if you have power stations that are fully built, they won't be giving you any power without a road connecting them to the arrival point. So we're just connecting that all up now. At the start, you've just got these basic paths. You can research bigger paths later on, which you'll need to as you get more guests.
Yep, and
Then you can demolish your backup generator because it's no longer needed. Although,
also there is one more necessity that everyone...
just before we move on,
Yeah.
one other thing on backup generators, it's often worth keeping a few of them around, particularly up by your most important buildings, because if a storm comes and your power plant gets damaged, your backup generator will kick in and it will still power your most important structures while you try and get the power plant back online.
Yeah, that's what happened to me once. Actually, today, there was a storm on like my biggest park, and it has invisible fences because I've got a DLC. We're not going to be using any DLCs in this series, but what happened is the power went out for like half the island because of one storm that absolutely wiped everything.
Oh man, that's bad.
Yeah,
That's bad.
literally, and there was and in the end I found like a loose Indoraptor that eventually died because I didn't realise it was out of containment and it wasn't causing any danger to the guests because it was in a place where there was no guests, and then it died.
Oh no.
That's like £25 million just dollars even gone.
Yeah, oh that's bad. So, what's the last thing we're going to show in
Okay,
this
so
one?
we're infrastructure. So this is a staff centre. So I'm just going to use Gil and Missiford. So let's start task.
So,
Waiting.
the staff centre gives your staff a place to have a break, because every time they do a task, their bar of discontent goes up by 1, and when it gets to, I think it's 5 or 6, it goes red and they are disgruntled. And disgruntled scientists have a habit of causing trouble, especially on the higher difficulties, and they will, start to cause trouble. So when they're getting close to disgruntled, then you want to send them off to the staff centre to have a break. You need to look after your staff and they will look after you.
Yeah, but Dad, there is one time when once you get into the later game, then it doesn't become as needy. Because you're leveling them up, you're probably getting some more scientists.
Yeah, obviously you can send another scientist to do the job, but you can see here they've all done one job, so they've got 1 bar in their unrest. When that gets full, it turns red and they become grumpy and are more likely to cause trouble.
Yeah.
So I think that is
Enough.
everything
for
covered.
Everything essential. Without these, your park would fall into dismay.
Yeah.
And also, without a science centre and an expedition centre, I can't give you dinos.
You didn't say the magic word.
Okay, Dennis Nedry.
But anyway, thanks for joining us today. Next time, what are we going to talk about, Max?
We are going to talk about
Dinosaurs.
dinosaurs, creating your first dinosaur.
Thanks for joining us. See you soon.
Goodbye. Like, subscribe, watch for more videos.